going on, everybody? Welcome back to Adrenaline Motorsports and RCs. So in today's video, I am going to be working on the LandRover. So my last videos, I been working, doing stuff with the little 124 scales. I have been doing a couple things with it. Especially with the RGT. The RGT, as you guys know, if you guys have seen my previous videos, I'll put a link up at top. So you guys can still go see some of those videos. I have been trying to add some weight to the front of the RGT. I'm not going to discuss about that in this video, but that's something that I'm still working on. I'm not trying to buy the weights, like the brass weights that they have for the SCX24 and all that. I'm trying to avoid doing that, trying to do more of a DIY weights, so that way some of you guys out there that look kind of low on cash and everything, you want to do something without having to spend money on weights and everything. I figured I'll just do some videos DIY so you guys can figure out which one works best for you. So the last thing that I had done on the RGT, if you guys can see that, yeah, I made some snow chains for it. You guys go check that out right there. So yeah, I made some snow chains. So far I only have this one chain on the one wheel. These chains are so small and so tedious to work with that I think it took me about like 2 hours just to do that one. But yeah, so I got one done so far, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing the other three. But anyway, in this video, the LandRover, I have some updates for it. I pretty much have it where I want it to be. There's still a little tweaking left to do. I kind of sort of put it to the side since I have gotten these little 124 scales. So I haven't really done much with the LandRover. And plus, with it being so cold outside and everything, I mean, we're in December the 29th, and with it being so cold and everything, I haven't done much with it. But I have done a little things. So let me show you guys what I have done so far. And da 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 da, bam. So since I'll bring you guys in a little bit closer here. What I have done, added this piece back here for the back of the body. Basically how it's gonna sit. The back of it's basically gonna sit right about there. The front, I have a bracket here, right there, that's basically gonna sit like so. So basically this is how it's gonna sit, which I love the way that it sits, just for the main fact that it's not too high. I got it as stock looking as possible. It's exactly what I wanted. So far it's working out pretty good. So the one thing what I have done, and I have gotten on here, like I was saying in my one video that I'll put a link over here somewhere, so click on that link. So what I did get, if you guys can see here, I have a brushless setup. I got it off of Amazon. The motor is I think I have it's a pretty steep motor for a little crawler like this, but if you guys take a look right over there, that's what the KV is on it. Again, I got it on Amazon. Right now I'm just using a 5,000 mAh 7.2 volt 6 cell nickel metal battery for it. I don't have any lipos yet. I'm actually looking at getting into lipos. I have not. I mean, the only lipos that I have used are on the 124 scales. But anyway, back to the Land Rover. So, one of the things I have to do with the Land Rover is I got the batteries charged up. I have to sync up the controller to the receiver, transmitter to receiver. Gotta bind that all together and basically test out and see how it runs. So one of the issues that I thought I was going to have is, if you guys take a look right here. So if you guys see, let me move this out of the way. I have a line right there. If you guys take a look at that drive shaft, look at how close that drive shaft is to this little plate. One of the things I think I might have to do is basically right where that mark is, that line. If you guys see that curved, if you guys see that curved line right there, I might have to cut some of that off and basically keep the, I think the ESC being right where it is. I think it should be fine. It's back far enough to here where the drive shaft is not going to interfere with it. I mean, going down, pressing down on the suspension, the suspension doesn't give too much. I might not even worry about that. So I mean, I'm going to go over with you guys what I have on here. So these are 60 millimeter or 55 or 60 millimeter shocks. I had to use these shocks in order for the body to sit. If I used anything taller, it would be, the front of it would be too tall. So I'm using those. I think this is Amazon Gold Sky or whatever you want to call it, a little cheap brushless, just to basically test this thing to see how it runs. Of course, it's the G-Made sawback transmission, brushless motor. These are 70 millimeter shocks in the back. I believe they are Enduras, if I'm not mistaken. The axles, they are MST CMX axles, front and rear. I have a little, I gotta buy a horn, a steering horn for it. Got the servo mounted on the drive shaft in the front. The links for this thing are all made by yours truly. I made them, put them all together, and if you guys take a look how the links are set up, look at the front and look at the rear, they're pretty much level. Again, I don't think this is going to be doing much crawling. I think it's more, this is going to be more of like a trail truck. These wheels, I believe they are, I forget what they are, but they're 1.55s wheels. And these tires are really soft. These are beadlock wheels, which are really nice, and I believe they look good with the body. So what I'm going to do now is basically set up the transmitter to the receiver, or here we go, transmitter to the receiver, and let's see, I want to see how this thing basically works out. I have not tried it yet. I was having issues with my controller, got that figured out. So let's take a look and see how this is going to run with this setup. So first thing you're going to want to do is to bind, at least for me, you're going to want to get your binding clip thingy majigger. And if you guys look here, if you guys look here where it says channel 3, where it says channel 3, it says bind. So you basically want to grab this thing, put it on, and make sure you put it on the right way. Put it on just like so, and I believe you turn on the truck. So let's plug that in. I'm using the XT60 plugs for it. This does come, the ESC comes with a T, Dean's plug, but I'm using XT60, so I made my own adapter from the Dean's to the XT60. It's not hard to do, so I made that myself. Alright, so you're going to want to turn on the truck, or you're going to want to turn on your RC, and when you turn on, when you go to do the remote, you basically hold the bind and the power button both at the same, or you hold them both at the same time, and it should be binded. And there we go, she's working. Everything's in reversed. So let's see how much speed this brushless system is. Alright. Not so bad. Reverse. Reverse that. Alright, so steering servo's going good. And I'm going to have to change the, swap these out up here. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have to reverse these. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. Truck is on. There we go. That's how it's supposed to go. So now that that's right, let me check out how this thing does here on the ground. Ooh, that's got some speed. Alright, I can't go too crazy because I already have the ESC hanging on the side there. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is basically the ESC, get some double-sided tape here. Basically just put some right on the underside here. This is the ESC that I got. As you guys can see, it says waterproof. Do I trust it? Nope. Apparently it's capable of a 2 to 3 cell LiPo, and it's got a BEC in it, 60 amp. So I mean, hey, this is just a little cheapy little ESC, just so I can see how this rig runs. So let's do that. No, the cut is not all that great, but for what I need it for, it's going to work. So we're going to connect, we're going to put this bad boy right there. For anybody that has had G-Made, you guys do know that this box comes with a cover on here. So I can basically just run my lines, my power lines right back through here, and put the cover on, waterproof, and it should be good. But I don't know if the servo's waterproof. I don't think it is. So the on-off switch right here, I have no idea. I have no idea where I'm going to put this on-off switch. I'm kind of thinking of doing that, but then I think this edge here is going to interfere with me turning it on and off. It might not, as you got, whoa, as you guys can see right there, if I bring it all the way up to the top there of the ESC, I should be able to get my finger here and switch it on and off. But it is what it is. I could also just put it right in here. So the ESC has this little slot thingy where I could just put the on-off switch right there. So that's where it's going to stay for right now, just so everything doesn't go flying around. Let me get this thing running again and see how well it works now that everything's not flying around. Here we are, and this is going to be hard to do. Unfortunately, with the Fly Sky, you can't, at least I can't really. At least with the Fly Sky, for me, it's kind of hard. I have small fingers. I got small hands, so it's kind of hard for me to be able to steer and throttle at the same time. But here, let's take a look, see how this thing does. Go back all the way. Alright, let's see what speed this thing has. Ooh. Not bad, not bad. So let's see how well this thing does on a little crawl here. Climbs right up the wall. Alright, so there's no drag brake on this thing. Again, this isn't going to be my crawler. This is just a trail truck. Yeah, I don't like the way it's shimming like that. Now the turning on this thing, all the way left, all the way right, which I believe is not too bad. I mean, all the way left, all the way right. I could probably get better turning. I might have to get a new horn, because this horn is temporary. I might have to end up getting a new horn to be able to see how that works. But I mean, guys, girls, guys, girls. So far, I mean, the LandRover is definitely coming together. I am not going to be using magnets to mount it. I'm going to go with Velcro. I'm definitely going to go with Velcro on this thing. So, I mean, I love it. I love it. I'm almost done with it. And I just don't have any words for to say. I mean, guys, you guys can see how it sits. Not supposed to be there. That's how it's supposed to sit on the body there. Just little adjustments here. And basically, that is where I want it to sit. So I have to go over to the left a little bit. And if you guys can see the wheel, sorry, see the tire here and the wheel well. See how they pretty much line up there and right there. That is exactly what I wanted. I know I am going to have to do some painting on it. Another thing I want to do is, if you guys see back here, I basically took, there was a piece here that came with it. I basically took that off because I had to shorten up this chassis so it could fit the body. So I gotta put something here so I can be able to grab the back, and put something here so I can be able to grab the front. This piece is not secure. That's basically where it's going to go when I go to mount it. Come on, sweetheart, line up. There you go. So basically that's staying just like that, because that's how the hood sits on top of this. So I got to get something back here so I can be able to grab it and not just grab it by my fingers. I can grab it through the middle here. But anyway, enough babbling. So yeah, I mean, guys, I was trying to get this thing done before the cold weather, but you know, with having a 1-year-old and work, there's just so much time that I have to be able to work on these things. So, I mean, I'm try to make my videos. I mean, right now it's like 9 o'clock at night, and I'm actually making a video right now, while my daughter and my wife are both in bed. They're sleeping, and I'm up doing a video for you guys, and for me. So I mean, hey, there is going to be more coming up on this build. Just little things that I have to work on. So guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you can do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, so you can get more content. There is going to be more stuff coming out on the 124 scales. I am going to do a review on my daughter's little 1/18 scale little monster truck. This thing to bash around inside the house is awesome. Your wife might not like it bashing around inside the house, but you know, for right now, while it's cold outside and everything, this thing is a badass little thing to have around inside the house, to just, or your office, to just run around with. This thing's pretty cool. So I will be doing a review on this. I have the RGT that I'm going to be doing more things on. And then hopefully when the weather breaks, we're in December, January, February, March, April, 4 or 5 more months of cold weather. So I have more to do on here. So again, guys, thank you for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe,